All right, let's do this. We're about to unlock one of the biggest leaps in AI, period. We're talking about giving it the power to actually do things. Okay, straight up, you have got to stop treating your AI like some kind of fancy Google search. I'm serious. If you're only using it for questions and answers, you are missing the entire revolution that's happening right now. So it is time to level up, Study Buddy. Let's build an AI that doesn't just talk, it actually acts. So to really get where we're going, you first have to understand the biggest problem AI has had for years. I call it the action gap. See, it's always had this brilliant brain, but it's had absolutely no hands. Just look at this contrast, right? For the longest time, an AI could plan your perfect vacation. It could analyze all your company's sales data. It could even write you a beautiful piece of code. But it was all just theory. It couldn't do anything with that info. It couldn't book the flight for you, it couldn't update your CRM, and it sure as heck couldn't deploy the code. It was totally trapped as a suggestion engine. A smart tool, yeah, but not a real work. So, how do we fix that? How do we bridge that gap and finally give our AI a set of hands to actually interact with the world? Well, the answer is this game-changing technology called function calling. And here's the definition you need to remember. Function calling, and you might also hear it called tool calling, they're basically the same thing, is the mechanism that lets an AI model connect to the outside world. It's the bridge. It's what allows it to use external tools and APIs and turn all those abstract plans into real, concrete actions. Okay, so let's pop the hood and see how this thing actually works. It's a surprisingly simple three-step logic that makes the whole thing possible. Let's walk through an example. Say you ask the AI, hey, what's the weather like in Tokyo right now? Okay, so first, step 1, action recognition. The AI thinks, I don't know the live weather, that's outside my knowledge base. I need an external tool. Then step 2, structured tool request. It generates this perfectly formatted request, think of it like a little order ticket, that says use the weather API for the city Tokyo. And finally, step 3, system execution. Your system takes that order ticket, calls the actual weather API, and gets the current temperature back. Boom. But here's the magic. This is the crucial part. That result, that little piece of real-world data, it flows right back into the AI's brain. Now it has new information it can use to keep going, to reason further, and to decide what the next logical step is. It's this continuous, intelligent feedback loop. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Whoa, this sounds incredibly powerful, but is it safe? And let's be crystal clear about this. Permissions are not optional. We do not just let the AI run wild. Every single action is controlled by these super strict programmable guardrails. I mean, think of it like a security checkpoint at an airport. The system validates every single piece of information going in and out. It's constantly checking, does the AI have permission for the specific action it wants to take? And most importantly, it confines everything to a clearly defined scope, like a digital sandbox. It can do exactly what you allow it to and absolutely nothing more. So let's zoom out and see what this all adds up to. Because this isn't just some small feature update. This fundamentally changes what AI is. It moves it from just a talker to a doer. And here is the bottom line. Function calling transforms AI from a passive suggestion engine into an active, autonomous executor. In other words, say hello to your new digital worker. And this is where the potential just explodes. We are talking about true end-to-end workflow management. Imagine an AI agent that can research a complex topic across, dozens of sources, draft a full report on its findings, update your company's CRM with all the key contacts it found, and do all of that while you're asleep. That's what we're talking about. All right, we just covered a ton of ground, but you're doing great. So let's do a quick little knowledge check just to make sure all this stuff really sticks. Your turn, Study Buddy. Okay, question 1. What is that core technology that gives an AI the ability to reach out and interact with external APIs and applications? I'll give you a second to think. Yep, you got it. It's function calling. Okay, now for the fun one. Think about this for a sec. If your AI had hands, what is the very first app or API you would give it access to? Would it be the weather, a payment processor like Stripe, maybe Google Maps? Let me know. Drop your best ideas in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you all come up with. All right, let's wrap this up with one final thought. Stop settling for an AI that just talks. Start building AI that acts. And hey, if this helped you out, do me a huge favor. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button so we can keep building together. Until next time, stay agentic.